Hey everyone, welcome to Nostalgic Black Millennial, where you'll find relatable content that inspires, makes you laugh, and pushes you to be the best version of yourself. Embrace your journey. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into Nostalgic Black Millennial. Today I'm going to give you some super valuable information for those of you who are interested in starting your own Airbnb. So please watch through the whole thing. I'm going to be brief because I don't like watching long videos and I want to get straight to the point. So really briefly, I started my rental arbitrage journey about 3 years ago. About 3 years ago when I decided to separate from my ex-husband. And so when you go from living with someone to living on your own, of course, you want to be economical but you may not want to compromise on the niceness of your place. So what I did was I actually went on Craigslist and I found this place in a decent neighborhood, and the rent was super reasonable. So I'm like, what's this? Looked into it a little bit more and figured out that it was connected with this company called Loftium. Remember that, Loftium. Loftium, Loftium. So what Loftium is a company that partners with property managers, landlords, and tenants to convert a part of the property into a guest suite. And so, for the tenants that move in, they offer a discounted rent price in exchange for you essentially becoming a co-host. So inside of your apartment, there will be a section that is completely separate with a locked door for guests that you would help to manage, meaning communicating with the guests, refilling consumables like toilet tissue and things like that. You'd be responsible for cleaning if you didn't want to hire someone else to clean. And then another cool perk is that they will pay you a fee. I'm sorry if y'all hear that wind. I stay on the top floor and I stay in a windy city and it's very windy today. So if you hear some like blowing, that's just the wind because I'm sitting next to a window. But anyway, so they give you like anywhere between $35 to $50 depending on how big the space is to clean. Either you can clean it yourself and pocket the money, or you can pay someone else to come in and clean. Me, I've always, I need to stop this, but I've always handled the cleaning myself just because I have trust issues. So, furthermore, they actually furnish the entire guest suite. They don't furnish your space that you're living in, but they do furnish the guest suite. So they're going to provide your bed, your desk chair, shower rod, towels, linens, all that. They provide that. So that's something else that you do not have to be responsible for. So that's how I kind of fell into it. I didn't do it for the entire year because I ended up relocating to another state. But I was kind of weary about it at first. I'm like, oh, I don't know how I feel about sharing space with someone. But again, your space is private and separate. So you don't have to worry about ever crossing paths. They have their own entrance, separate entrance, and things of that nature. So it was a really cool experience for me to get exposure with rental arbitrage. And so when I left Chicago and came back 6 months later, I came across another Loftium listing that was really nice in a really nice neighborhood. And the thing about this is, and I'm not suggesting that you do this, I simply did this because I knew my surroundings. I kind of saw how hands off the property manager was, and the other tenants that were living in the building were like super cool. Like they weren't tripping for the most part. So when I came back to Chicago, I actually found a place for me to stay. I wasn't living in the Loftium unit that I was renting, and I don't think that they even allow this. It might be in the lease somewhere that they don't allow this, but again, I was able to pull this off just simply because of the setup of the place, if you will. And I familiarized myself with the environment enough to know that, hey, it would not be a big deal. So I had the living space. The guest suite was 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and then my living space was 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. And I'm putting quotes because I didn't really live there. I simply listed it as another listing on Airbnb. Mind you, the rent for this place was only $7.95 that I was responsible to pay, and I got $50 for every guest that booked for cleaning fees, right? So they don't give you the $50; they simply take it off of your rent. So it was some months I was only paying like $300 for rent. So everything else I was pocketing in profit. Like Loftium, of course, they keep all the money for the guest suite that's rented out. However, like I said, I don't encourage you to do this, but it's simply something that I did. I was making profit too because I wasn't living there. I was simply listing as another Airbnb space. So Loftium is a really great company to partner with. Again, if you want to just get some experience, if you are maybe looking for a way to reduce your cost of living, because the first Loftium place that I came across, the market rate rent was actually $2,400. I was only paying $1,200 in rent, so that's half the cost. So they definitely do a good job of making sure that you get a good discount on rent in exchange for being a co-host. Um, I would just say that the biggest downside was just always having to be readily available and on hand, for guest check-ins and check-outs and wanting to turn the place around quickly because the place booked like that, especially in the spring and summertime. So definitely check out Loftium. I know they're not in all 51 states, but they are in a lot of big major cities. So it's definitely worth looking into. Like I said, it gives you great experience, and then it gives you the confidence to kind of venture out on your own. So if you found this video valuable and you think that you're going to look into Loftium, go ahead and like and subscribe because I have some more videos coming. I'm gonna talk to you guys about a few businesses, like at least 5 businesses that you can spin off of Airbnb. So like it, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. See you later. Thanks.